I am so fired up for this very special episode of the Coffee with Cannell show. I have some guests with me, Heather Torres, Omar Altakori, and Tony Ariola, and we are going to be reviewing your YouTube channels. Now, listen, if you are watching on the replay, there's going to be a lot of strategy and nuances that you can apply, even if you don't get your channel reviewed. And if you check out the live chat, instructions for getting your channel reviewed will be posted there. But grab some water, grab some tea, or even better, grab some coffee, because this is the Coffee with Cannell show and we're getting into it right now.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Coffee with Cannell show. My name is Sean Cannell. Cheers. Today's episode is brought to you by thinkmediasale.com. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a bit, but I want to welcome to the stream with me Omar Altakori, Heather Torres, and Tony Ariola. Full stack. This is like the first time ever on the Coffee with Cannell show. Omar, what are you sipping on today?
I already had my coffee, woke up early, but I got some sparkling Honey Crisp apple juice, kind of festive.
That's harvesty. How about you, Heather?
I mean, I already did 2 cups of coffee in my amazing Utah mug, and then I've got a whole thing of water here for this stream. So my goal is to get through this today. What about you, Tony?
This is actually pure vodka. No, I'm just kidding. It's coffee. I'm here with the coffee squad, and stoked to be on Coffee with Cannell. You know, I'm usually on the back end here helping with stuff, and I'm excited to be here with you guys on the stream today.
Yeah, if you're just meeting, of course, you might know Omar from our Think Media channel as our lead content creator and camera expert. Miss Heather Torres, Mrs. Heather Torres, the clarity coach and author of YouTube Made Simple, a book coming out soon in 2022. And a multi-million viewed YouTube creator. And then Tony Ariola is our resident YouTube strategist and director of our Video Reiki Academy program. So we're pumped to dive into your channels right here. I'm going to have Heather start off with the first channel review in just a second. But smash like if you're fired up to be here today. It's good to see you here live. Architectural Meadow 101. Melissa, good to see you. Randy, if you're on Facebook, throw a heart on the stream and hit the share button, because in fact, if you share this on Facebook, we're giving away copies of YouTube Secrets. This is actually the Korean translation. We'll be giving away the US version, either just by sharing on Facebook or leaving a comment on YouTube. So go ahead and click that share button over there. We're gonna have a lot of fun today, and it's really good to see you, Mr. Fred, Fine Tip Creative Studio. All right, Heather, what's the first channel?
Well, I'm getting back in here for all of these channel reviews. We've actually posted exactly how to enter, so you can see that inside of our comment section. But we're going to start out with our first one, which is the 3 count. The 3 count. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I mean, come on, guys, look at this channel already. I mean, you can see branding happening. You can see exactly what this channel is about with this wrestler right here. And then when you click in, I mean, I'm seeing this is a really cool, just being able to see the graphics that are happening. Now, here's a couple things, the 3 count. I want to recommend a video to you that Nolan Molt from the Think Media team did, where he actually reviewed or gave insight into the best thumbnails. I think you definitely are on branding with your thumbnails. But with that, there is a lot of words happening in your thumbnails. So you want to pare that down in your thumbnails. Try and get at least 3 words or less in there, because right now there's a lot of words happening. But your question that came in was, I generally post wrestling interviews with lesser known wrestlers, which generally means lesser views. How should I work around this? And I want to show you over on our Think Media podcast channel how we do this. So I have been doing different interviews on our podcast channel where I am sharing. Let me go stop share and reshare, where I am sharing insights from our Video Ranking Academy students. And when this happens, you will see that we're actually, or even Catherine Manning, other actual creators we are titling the video like a video. So rather than it being titled with the name of Ben Azadi here, which is another YouTuber and fellow content creator, we actually titled the video as the title. So let me zoom in here for you a little bit so you can see this. The title of this video is how to turn your YouTube channel into a six-figure business. That is the topic that I interviewed him around. So I went into the interview understanding what I wanted the topic to be about, and I already chose the title before going into it. You notice you actually don't even see Ben Azadi's name until it's down here, because while he's known in his niche, he's not necessarily well known to the world. If I were to be interviewing like Candace Owens, that's a little more known than Ben Azadi. So I could put the name there if it is a well-known person. But I would recommend that when you are titling your videos, that you title them with the search-based keywords in mind over the actual name of the person. I hope that helps and gives a little insight into that. Anyone else want to offer anything up on that one?
Yeah, I would say that for anybody who's doing an interview type show, one of the strategies I would encourage you with is kind of like Heather said, if the person you're interviewing doesn't bring influence that much and maybe won't bring the views, the topics and the trending topics will. And so when you're planning an interview with anybody in your niche, what I would encourage you is maybe try to go over 5 topics with them in the entire long interview. Maybe it's 5 trending topics. Maybe it's 5 tips for things. Is it those 5 tips now are not only a full-length interview, but then you could chop those 5 tips into separate videos to help leverage those interviews at a higher level. And we do this all the time on our channel, so you can watch what we're doing on the podcast versus our Think Media channel. But that's just a little extra strategy I throw in there for getting more views on those interviews.
Yeah, and I think the final thing as we queue up the next channel review is I think content formats are a big deal for everybody watching, meaning interviews, I think in general, are going to have a lid on them. They're kind of educational, they're informational. I hope you're also maybe doing a podcast, because I think you could have a lot of opportunity on Spotify and Apple that people are commuting. They want to listen to these conversations, or, whether doing errands, but maybe harder to get, or you run into fair use, or you got to go to matches. But imagine crazy clips or compilation clips of, wrestling itself. I think the amount of views and interest from a wider audience, even if it's lesser known people, if it's crazy highlights of certain types of moves, that means pivoting content formats a little bit. If that breaks your vision outside of the interview style that you're wanting to do, well, then maybe you don't want to go outside of your vision. But all of us maybe have to be willing to step outside of the content formats we're doing if we really want to see maybe explosive growth. All right, who's next?
All right, Tony, the super chat came in from the Movie Pie, and I've got that in there for you. Let's go ahead and review the Movie Pie.
Yep. Give me 1 second to just find that in the private chat here. Got it. All right. So this question came in from the channel, The Movie Pie. And thank you again for all your guys' super chats. We're going to get to all of them we can. We're going to put you at the front of the line if it's a $5 or more super chat. It says, yesterday I changed my channel name from Trey McCavel, my future author name, to the current name. I did it to be clear to potential viewers. Was this a good decision? Now, I would say this. It really depends on your end goal. Now, maybe you have the same question. You're like, hey, I don't know what's in my channel. Should it just be my name? Should it be like a brand name? It really depends on your end goal. If you're trying to build a channel that is all about your personal branding, it's all about you, and you're trying to grow your name as a personal brand, maybe having your channel as a name would be a good idea. Now, I will say the thing that's nice about having something called the Movie Pie is instantly you kind of get what your channel's about. It's easier to communicate that to people. It's easier for people to know what your channel's about by just saying your name. So it's easier to get traction in that way if you're trying to dominate a niche. And if you're trying to dominate this niche of movies and movie facts, reviewing the movies, I feel like the Movie Pie is probably a good choice to move to. But again, this really comes down to a personal choice. I can't go, you 100% should do this, but Movie Pie sounds like a good plan to me, Heather, and that's what I would say.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Movie Pie. All right. The next one is going to be Fit Over 50. Omar can take that one. And then Sean, the bearded IT dad is up on deck. You're muted, Omar.
All right. Fit Over 50. I'm browsing too as we push through some of your stuff. I would say like I always would like to start with good things. Dude, your thumbnails are legible. They're really, they stand out. You know, like I definitely think if you always got to think about when you pull up YouTube, and that's how people are going to find your videos, is they're going to pull up YouTube, and then you're competing with everybody else. But because you can see exactly what your video is going to be about in just 3 words or 3 lines, I want to say continue to do that. It looks like you made a small pivot with your thumbnails to make them even more cleaner. I would say maybe this might be a challenge, but being a fitness channel, like maybe it's helpful to have like your full body in there, you know, because you want to communicate that, but it also makes you very tiny. So there is some ways to work around how can you get more of yourself in a shot. It looks like your first video, like Fine Wine, is highest viewed video in the last 6 videos, which I would argue might be just because that's the only one that you could really see a face potentially, you know? And so I would just keep in mind that stuff. Back to what Tony said about the last channel, it's great that your channel's value proposition is in the title of your channel. And so I definitely think the name of it is strong. That, I mean, those are the things at a glance when I first see it. I'll be clicking around too if anybody else has something else to say. It looks like when you click on your website at the top right, because I just like seeing like what does this all point to? That's so cool that you already have your thing set up based off of the stuff you recommend. And I would assume that, you know, stretching videos, you probably got like the roller in that, or
super smart.
So great to have that. Like the last 2 people I think we just reviewed didn't have that like flow lined up. I saw the other one went to a Twitter account, and then the last one just redirects back to the YouTube channel. So you're thinking, you know, that this could be, you know, you could start already making money with your YouTube channel. So yeah, I would say, yeah, great job, man. I mean, it looks like you just need to keep at it. I think doing the time stuff, I think, is really strong. Like people, when it comes to fitness, especially like me, having the time expectation in your title and or thumbnail is super helpful, because I know the expectation of what I'm getting myself into, you know. And I think Sean could speak to this because he'll occasionally do some stretching stuff as well.
Yeah, I think content formats is your opportunity for growth strategically, meaning you kind of allude to this as a 10-minute workout, but that also was missed in the title. So understand, viewers are actually looking for maybe a body weight workout for men over 50. And this right here, 10 to 15-minute workout at home is, it says it in the title, with no equipment. The power of videos like this is, like, I do like yoga for wrists, and I have watched this wrist care, almost 1 million viewed yoga for wrist video with Yoga with Adrian. It's 2 years old. I've watched this video 28 times, all the way from start to finish, complete watch time. So this video has probably generated, even with this niche, it's probably generated a couple $1,000s already in terms of ad revenue, and obviously massive growth for her channel. So as an additional content format, not just listicle tips or how to do a specific kick or something, but actual routines that are very easy for people to do at home, I think are a major opportunity to get not just viewers, but repeat viewers, and really hack the YouTube algorithm because of extreme levels of watch time. All right, we're going to be doing our next channel. Check out the comments for how to get in the queue of channel reviews. Super chats are jumping to the front of the line at a $5 or above level. But today is brought to you by thinkmediasale.com. If you haven't heard, we are doing a Cyber Week sale on our YouTube Made Simple course, which if you are on your journey to your first 1,000 subscribers and earning your first $1,000 online, you're going to love this program at a major discount. And so check this out, and then we're going to jump into the next channel review. Did you see thinkmediasale.com? For the holidays, we're giving you 80% off our brand new YouTube Made Simple course bundle. Get over $1,900 worth of our best courses, tools, templates, and more. Just go to thinkmediasale.com. Yeah, so check out thinkmediasale.com to see not just the YouTube Made Simple discount, but there's 2 extra bonuses. Our YouTube Starter Kit, which will give you our thumbnail, custom thumbnail training, video title ideas, and our list of video ideas, a title swipe file, and our 4-hour YouTube strategy training, strategy workshop with Tony and Omar, myself, and Heather. And so again, you can check all of that out at thinkmediasale.com. But coming up next, we have the Bearded IT Dad. And this is a super cool channel. Immediately, IT makes sense. And of course, networking, cybersecurity. It looks like you definitely have found a strong niche here. 13 uploads. Oh, by the way, I noticed on the Fit Over 50, you haven't uploaded in 2 months. One of the secrets, not to be condescending at all, but one of the secrets to getting views on YouTube is posting videos on YouTube. So sometimes you see a correlation between the amount of hustle, of course, the amount of uploads. I'm inspired by your hustle here because your upload percentage is up 225%. So you're definitely hustling year end, and we're seeing growth across the board with the increase at bats, if you will, of posting content. But no, I love the niche, and there's so many niche IT questions. Maybe this looks like other people want to follow in your footsteps, how to maybe do an IT job, how to get IT certifications. I think that's interesting. It looks like a lot of things on your journey there. Tony, any thoughts on this channel?
Yes, I do have thoughts on this channel. Actually, I have a really good friend of mine who just got into the IT field, and he was talking about some of the things he had bought in, like even on Black Friday. I mean, obviously that's just passed, but he bought on Black Friday, like tests that were on sale and different topics that were trending because, I can get this sale. It's amazing. It's just a great way to take advantage of the holiday season. Some of these like tests that cost a lot of money are actually on sale. They probably have an affiliate program potentially. But also just think about coming up with study guides. You're probably already doing that, but think about like people who are just getting into the field and need those study guides or the help to get through these excruciating tests. Cause he's just telling me it's like, these tests are crazy and really hard to do. So that's what I would look at, probably doing some videos like that. Your niche is primo because it's such a niche that people are trying to learn online from already. They're like going to online resources to learn these things. They're already techies. And so I think you're positioned really well. Your branding's on point. And love it.
I think the titles could use some work. I mean, you're just repeat IT career field live Q&A. Notice today that even here, while we're in somewhat of, lots of different topics, lots of different tips, lots of different channels, we led with how to get views on YouTube, which was, hopefully the promise of also why you're here. Applying these tips and even this advice that we're giving to other channels will help you get more views on YouTube. So you're saying IT career field live Q&A. That just doesn't have any juiciness to it. Like what am I going to learn, or what is a theme or a topic of what you maybe covered that day? And if it's just open Q&A, is it under a certain theme you could cover and something that's potentially searchable? So maybe you talk all about cybersecurity one day or whatever. And I guess I'm a little bit, because I understand it would seem that you really want to help others get into a career. That seems what it is, because it's all about the career. It's maybe not even about the specific tech. How do I enter the IT field? How to make a career out of it? So to some of Tony's advice, I think if you want channel growth, you've got to ask yourself the question, do I need to broaden my scope? You don't seem to be doing product reviews, which is fine. But if you cover certain routers or hubs or switches or comparing, like, you'd probably be surprised if you compared Cat 5e, even, I'm sure people have done this, like versus videos, and we'll get ready for this next channel here. But one of our favorite things right now, because this is actually a question, I'm thinking about questions I have, Cat 5e versus Cat 6. Now, of course, you're going to reach consumers. So you got to ask yourself, 2.2 million views answering specific questions, 644,000 views talking about what's the difference on Cat 5 cable. So you're educating consumers, but some of these videos might draw in new audience. And by drawing in new audience, you also might say, and hey, by the way, if you want to subscribe, I help people get started in a career in IT. And if you kind of geek out on this kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button. And you might reach a lot of people who just are on that consumer side trying to make a purchase on Amazon, but it also can lead you to a lot of top line growth. All right, Heather, who's next?
I was actually putting him in the chat over there. So why don't we go ahead and do architectural sheet? I'm not sure which one you have pulled up next, Sean. I just can't see on your screen.
All right. We got architectural.
Perfect.
Sheet metal 101. Love the niche, tools, tips, and techniques. Love the creativity of the avatar up here. I almost wonder if I would rather see your face. ASM 101 kind of makes sense, but this is a good tip that generally you're either going to do a logo, right, on our channels, or you're going to do kind of a personal brand. I just love that you cut your head out, put a white border on there. Kind of gives a fun, it's clear, but it also gives kind of a fun vibe to it. That might be interesting here as well, but that's not going to be a major needle mover.
I do think that that's just a good teaching point, though. Anyone, when you think about your profile image, keeping 80% of your profile image your face, so that's why it stood out so much to Sean, because even in that circle, you're taking up about 80% of that circle. So that's why he would recommend, do that with your profile pic. But that's just great rule of thumb.
Yep. 5 uploads. It looks like in the last month. Go for green. I want to encourage you and anybody watching, we compare ourselves. Don't compare yourself to other channels. Just compare yourself with yesterday. And these stats here using vidIQ just says your subs are up 50%, your views are up 10%. So that's great. And like going to most popular to kind of see success leaves clues. So make part 2s. Look at some of your top videos and think about how you could double down on them and make them again. How to install a chimney flashing, how to answer specific questions. That's really good. How to walk on a metal roof safely. Interesting. Any thoughts on this channel, team?
Yeah. Can you go to the homepage real quick? A lot of his question was, can you look at the homepage to get a general feel of the homepage? I think one of the things I think when I look at homepages is I want it to be thought through as a person coming to your channel that's kind of interested, might subscribe. What would you do to appetize them, right? So thinking about how you build out those playlists. And if Sean, you want to show like Think Media's, for example, our homepage, I've curated this homepage to almost have like mini playlists of courses, really. Like they're almost like mini courses or mini, just playlists or video series. You start with the uploads. Remember, Think Media podcast is where you want people to go next. But then right here, how to create a YouTube channel and make your first video. If people are just coming into contact with us, then maybe you're checking us out. Maybe you want to start on YouTube. This is a perfect playlist for them to start at, right? You keep going down, cameras for dummies. It's like everything you need to know about understanding how to work a camera is all in a playlist there for you. Go to lighting, audio tips. It's just curated in a way where people can kind of navigate and find the things that they want to learn. And so I would think about how do you design your homepage in a similar way? Maybe there's certain playlists that you're like, this would be a great way for people to go through my content. And then you can point people back to that continuously. And so I'd say your homepage isn't bad. Popular uploads isn't necessarily bad, but shorts, I think, is probably a really bad way to have on your homepage because it just visually doesn't look great. But I would think about building out your playlists and trying to think through your, viewers, quote unquote, journey to get to where you're at, right? How did you start? What would be most helpful for them? Put that on your homepage and order it in that way. That's would be my tips for you for the homepage.
And one tweak you could do here is always title your playlists so that they can be discovered in search. How-tos, it could be how-tos for anything. So it could be how-tos related to like sheet metal how-tos or something that is a little bit deeper on that. Same thing with like live streams. Live streams about what? These could be richly written out. To Tony's point, the playlist titles are what makes your homepage. It are the categories. And so if you're watching this, think about, sometimes we think about them like buckets. What are the 3 to 5 to 6 buckets of types of content? So we think about camera basics explained. So this is the playlist title, to be clear. Cameras for Dummies. YouTube camera basics for video explained. Very rich. YouTube video lighting for beginners. Everything you need to know. So I think your playlist titles could be more search based and more almost it's like a headline. It's kind of a billboard, and that then will become the descriptors. Because right now, uploads, popular uploads, shorts, chimney flashing video series. Like maybe get a little sauce on that makes me want to watch that series. Thanks so much
the
for
last thing,
the super chat, and thanks for jumping in. Omar, go for it.
Just the last thing is just to not just go to his videos, just click on videos right there, and scroll down a tad. It looks like you're getting a little lazy with your titling, so just scroll up a little bit to the like on the they're like lowercase, all the the one on zinc, how is zinc standing steam right there, kind of like the format of your title, and then how to use a sheet metal. Like your best performing videos are when your titles are written out thoughtfully, capitalization, intentional placement of all caps, parentheses, separation. But some of your more recent how-to videos, they look like they were just, you quickly wrote it out, copy paste or something. So just like go back and just make your titles more legible and enticing in regards to your more popular ones.
Next up, we have the Journey DWMYH. I think we see a lot of opportunities right off the front here. We don't have a cover image. The avatar is not legible. The text is too small. I can kind of now see that it's the logo is inside of a grayish logo, which just bleeds into the background. So think about the power of contrast. People are either watching YouTube on a whitish gray background, or they have night mode on. It's dark, but your avatar just kind of disappears. There's a sub line on the avatar that's not legible, and it's in a font that's not legible. And then the Journey DWMYH, I don't know what that is. So I would boldly say, I think even the channel name, this is just the first impression. And you, in a way, in 2022, you actually only kind of get one chance to make a first impression. I mean, any video that breaks out, people then are going to be asking, like, what's this channel about? What can I expect here? And so if you confuse, you lose. And I'm confused. And so those are the first couple of things. And so then I suppose we could go to our about page. It's not written, so there's nothing I could really learn there. And you do have quite a few videos out. And so my next question is, you don't want to make the viewer work. And now I'm working very hard. I'm literally racking my brain to try to figure out what this is about. You want to make it easy. You want to remove friction in the viewer journey so that they can make sense. So that they can make sense of what it is. It seems like it has to do with cars. I mean, the journey with Russell and Chase. Don't lead video titles with I know this coaching is coming firm, but it's all said in love, because I want you to win. And if you're watching this and you could apply this to your channel, we want you to win. But I don't know what the journey is. Like, it actually is meaningless. Like, journey of life, self-help channel, spiritual channel. Is it a road trip channel? I saw a wheel, so I think this maybe has to do with cars. And I don't know who Russell and Chase are. And I know obviously we need to eventually meet you. But what you're leading with, back to like Heather talking about, or the wrestling channel, if you're working with somebody who's unknown, like, we don't know Russell, we don't know Chase, and then do what makes you happy. So I don't know, and I think this is about cars. What is this? And generally, you're probably sending traffic from somewhere, because you do have 580 views on this, which is pretty cool. But think about, shop tour. Okay. But it should probably be like auto shop tour. There could be wood shops. There could be all kinds of different shots. Our big plans. It could be so positioned differently in terms of, auto shop tour, 7 new upgrades or something that is a little bit more searchable. But also the final thing is that, some of these, they feel like they're just stating a fact. Like, we're installing a Real-Link 4K security camera. So take a step back and think about the viewer first, and what value is the viewer going to get? It does feel, and I'm kind of getting a vibe here, we're a little bit of a vlog channel, a little bit if people want to follow your journey. If they subscribe, they want to click on any video you upload, no matter what the title is, that will probably just keep growth slow. But if you take it all the way back, why should someone watch this video? Is it how to install the Real-Link? This one still has some clarity to it, because maybe somebody else that's wanting to discover how to install this wants to watch your video and your documentation of it. But then that's also going to go into like the structure of the content itself, because if it's a kind of vloggy first, or, it does look, yeah, this makes a little more sense. You're teaching on it a little bit. So I think, I know I've given you some hard things to work on, but I think there's a lot of points of improvement, and those types of improvements and pivoting, getting your tiles right, your thumbnail right, getting clarity on who it is this channel's for, and then what exactly they should watch the videos for. If it's vlog and entertainment, being clear about that. And if it's how to pick engine parts. Any other thoughts, team, before we hit the next one?
No, I'd agree with you. I think that there's just so much potential, but it's just getting clear on, there's sometimes there's a mindset shift of going, how can I think of the viewer first? Not that you aren't, but just how can you even more put yourself in the shoes of your viewer, and how they are going to understand your content, and how they're going to understand what they're going to get from you. I think that's one of the hardest things to get into, but at that mindset, if you can get into that mindset, you can really unlock a lot of these problems of titling, how you make the videos. It really unlocks a lot of domino effects. So do whatever you can to get into like their shoes, how they're seeing your content, and it's going to help you produce better stuff. So.
Yeah, appreciate you, and hope that gives you some strong things to think about to really level up. Because again, and from watching a little bit too, your energy on camera, the vibe you guys have, the ability to create content, the look of things, I mean, the editing, you've got all the pieces. Clearly, you're producing content in a great way. So I think dialing in some of these nuances will really just help you grow further, faster. Next up, we have credit unions training. Let's start breaking it down, team. What are you seeing?
I was clicking through and seeing some stuff. I think some things I initially noticed right up from front was that you it looks like it's more than just a personal brand thing, because you have a company website thing on the top, but I definitely think it's one guy creating content, right? And so I think there maybe is a decision to make in regards to like, do you want the face to be the face of the videos? Because it looks like it probably is, but all I see is like corporateness in your YouTube channel. Also, look at your descriptions are kind of they're empty. So think through like, where do you want to send people? Credit union.training and your hands-on training delivering. So you're helping with consulting, Synergy Credit Union Consulting. So like, it's so important that you help people get to where they need to go in regards to get help. And, the coaching consulting space is such a cool thing on YouTube, because you necessarily don't need a big, following, because if you get the right following, it'll be awesome. So Sean just clicked through and found the form, and it had a great headline. It said, request proposal. So like, that might be where you want to send people to, on your banner, like, and in your videos. Hey, why don't you like fill out a free request to get, whatever. I'm just saying, like, learning about sending people to a place when it comes to making this work for your business. As far as thumbnails go, you can go a little bit more simple. We like to see faces, and majority of face, like not chest up face, but like legit, like, sternum and up face. And then what's like three words or so that'll really capture the person who wants to click on this video. Just some things to think about. Like, I think the branding can get cleaned up in regards to thumbnails. So just finding a clean look. If there's somebody you like, try to replicate it. And Canva is a great resource to create really simple thumbnails. And just to point your attention, like on Think Media, if you need help with anything that we are even talking about. So Sean just wanted me to, fill out my description. Go to YouTube, go to Think Media's YouTube channel and just search whatever it is you need help to do. So in this case, if you want some thumbnail training, go to Think Media and just search the word thumbnail, and we'll have training on different softwares that you can use. If you want to, Heather did a cool training on how to like cut yourself out of a photo so that you could put whatever background. But we definitely try to create an archive of videos that can help you in your YouTube journey. So just always know that that's available. So like, all right, I need to level up my thumbnails. Just go to Think Media and search thumbnails. And I think your thumbnails will definitely clean it up for sure.
And one of the most powerful things we can all do is we really need to learn the power of words in general to power up our YouTube channel. I know that we mainly think about cameras, right? We think about the video side. But when I say words, the art form would be called copywriting. It's the art of writing persuasive marketing copy. This is going to influence your titles, but specifically on this page, there's an opportunity. It's great you're linking to your website, and eventually you link to the request, proposal. But this could say something like, click here to get a free proposal. Free could be all caps. When you're writing stronger words, you're wanting to drive an action. And so sometimes you might say, installing a such and such security camera, click here to learn. You're actually giving a call to action to the individual, that is on the site. And as Omar mentioned, what is the business result you want to drive? Is it the more proposals you get of qualified prospects that could lead to business? And again, we'll keep going if there's anything else on this one. But I want to mention a resource on today's episode of Coffee with Cannell is brought to you by the thinkmediasale.com. And one of the things we've included in here is our YouTube starter kit. And our YouTube starter kit has our 15 best title formulas for getting views. This is the kind of thing, we've put together a great, sale here, and you could check it out at, it's 80% off to get all of this at thinkmediasale.com. But just these are templates that we've made. We haven't really released this anywhere else to just help you quickly craft powerful words that get people to take action. I'm sure all of us watching could learn from, could benefit or will benefit from writing better titles. So DEI keynote part 1U, you just get whether you join the sale or not, that could be a lot better. Like if we're coaching you, that's like a 2 out of 10, or maybe people know what DEI is. So it's somewhat searchable. Now, 3 reasons loan review is your financial institution's competitive advantage is a little bit better. But even still, there's some ways you could power up beyond that. So any other thoughts, team, on this in regards to this channel before we hit the next one?
Yeah, I think the big mindset shift too is this. When you title videos like kind of the way you're titling them, you're kind of appealing to everyone in your world, really. But we're trying to encourage people at whatever channel you have, really, to how could you title it to include the world, not just your world, the world. How could you reach a bigger audience? Well, a bigger audience is people coming to YouTube searching for a problem. And how are they typing that in the search bar? Where are they at? How to get a loan for low income people, or how to get a loan for, that's some of the stuff they're going to be typing in. And when you're there to answer their problem, and then you do what Omar said, you go, hey, I'm here to answer your problem. Here's what you got to do. And if you want to have a consult with me, you can actually check the link in the description and I'll jump on the phone with you and help you out. That thing is going to get leads for you. It's going to convert, and people are going to go to your website and fill out the form because you're there to help them. You've already helped them once. So the likelihood of them trusting you to help them a second time is very high. So that's all the reason why we're trying to change your guys' titles, is because you're only titling them for maybe your current subscribers. And if you don't have a lot, that's not really getting a lot of traction. And we want you to reach the world, not just your current world.
Really good, Tony. All right, coming up next, we have Ivan's channel, and we are going to bring that one up right here, all about 100 fantasy football. Right off the top, love the idea that it's clear fantasy football, that the stated niche is the stated niche. It's very strong to do that. If you confuse, you lose. Clarity is power. I think to Omar's 80%, if you're going to use your face in your avatar, if you're going to use a logo, I think we could zoom in more. Fantasy football could be stacked and the font could be larger and the 100 could be larger. Cool creative logo to utilize that emoji. So that's strong. I like these thumbnails, like using the players. There is something interesting, and we'll recommend, if you look up Think Media Netflix, Nolan reviewed a study that studied Netflix thumbnails, he's actually modeling it in this thumbnail as well. He learned a couple things. He learned kind of the rule of three, the rule of simplicity, that most strong thumbnails on Netflix, which they have all the science behind it, have three things in them. There's Nolan, there's the word Netflix, there's the word YouTube, and YouTube has the logo, but you see it's very simple. There's very simple plain background, blue background, the camera, the number 500. You know, Omar's video, things are blurred out. You've got just the lens and the phone, and the background's kind of an aesthetic. YouTube logo, text, Sean, three things. Phone, Sean, 0 views. So there's something, I think, some of these thumbnails are busy and you don't necessarily need all of these different players. And what I've noticed on Netflix that's fascinating is, you know, they've toyed around. If anybody watched The Office back when it was on there, now it's on Peacock or whatever, they've toyed around with like that shot of Michael Scott and everyone in the thumbnail. But you'll watch them test thumbnails, and sometimes they'll do just Michael Scott, or they'll do Michael and Dwight, or they'll do, you know, just Pam. And so for you, Ivan, but everybody, man, think about how you can simplify your thumbnails to make them, what is like the one thing that could be in the thumbnail, the one character. And, you know, when you are the hero, I think another good guy to study, or rather, if you're the personal brand in the middle, put around you potentially just two characters. So when Phil DeFranco is leveraging influencers like Dave Chappelle, Mr. Beast here, it's him and it's Dave Chappelle, Mr. Beast. It's always three. It's like I don't think he ever really gets more. The Rock, you know, Ben Sportnoy or Barstool Portnoy, whatever that guy's name is, and then Phil in the middle. So a couple things that I think I like the design that you're doing. And then you definitely don't need to echo Fantasy Football Week 11 preview. And then in the thumbnail, it says Fantasy Football Week 11 preview. The text is unnecessary. You're echoing the text almost exactly. And so these titles could also really be leveled up. Do you want to speak to that, team? Tony?
Yeah. I would agree with Sean. I think that there's too many subjects in your thumbnails. I would also say that when you're talking about fantasy football, I would go more niche. So like when you're looking at your videos, you're going fantasy football, you know, players to cut. I mean, that's okay, but I would look at fantasy football players, best wide receivers to start this week, or like best running backs in fantasy football week 8. Like that's the way I would think about titling these things and like breaking out. And that's how you could turn, like you could make 6-7 videos a week of you just sitting down and going, these are the best wide receivers you're going to want to start. And also if you want to pick up these off your waiver in your league, these might be available for free agents, and talk about like each position specifically. And then talk also about maybe what are the best defenses. That's the level I would go if I wanted to put out a lot of content. And then come up with a simple thumbnail template so you don't get hung up like making thumbnails like for a long time. Try to be really speed rated, meaning how do I do this fast so I can do 6 thumbnails for all 6 of those videos every week? They're just templated. They're not me creating something from scratch. So that's the strategy I would go with, because you never know which of those videos is going to pop off. Plus the data is very, it expires, right? It's like, the next week, it might not be the same answers. And so that's what I would think about with fantasy football, especially during your season. It's like go time, right? During football season, your channel, that's like the time, the time to head down to be like going after it, because your channels are only really active during the football season. You might have some stuff during off season. Maybe you branch into other sports on another channel you have, maybe fantasy baseball, those kind of things. But yeah, I would head down. You could even do live streams talking about these things. And then, like I said earlier, if you do live streams, you could cut those live stream segments to be the wide receivers, the running backs, the defenses, the, tight ends. And so that's the strategy I would use. And I think it's a great niche to be in, though. Really profitable, and a lot of people are doing it.
All right. Pumped for this next one. This is Make My Fun, making fun happen. I would, number one, good job of having this. I would say one thing to improve on, though, is like based off of your title, I like it's too up in the air. I don't know like what this is even about with the snapshot. So always thinking about, like what Sean said a moment ago about not making your person work on like figuring out what this is. It's a little busy. I would less is more when it comes to graphic design. And honestly, I can't stress Canva.com enough to help you with your thumbnails, your channel art, your logo, or your profile image. So what is it? Like what, and when are you doing anything? A good rule of thumb is to actually, you can put an expectation on your channel banner. So if it was like, make my fun, and then like this kind of video every Monday at 7 or whatever. Cause as I scroll through your videos, it looks like you do like a live stream, kind of like this, with a few guys or different people, in regards to, different things. However, just starting with like the cleanliness, I think would help. And then that even, I think, bleeds into, again, thumbnails. And so when I see your thumbnails, looks like you're putting in work, because although you see this, you know what I see? I see the same. I see a bunch of the same thumbnail, which isn't a bad thing, because as I zoomed in, I was like, oh, they're not the same. You're actually putting the question in the thumbnail based off of what you're talking about. And so this is all just design real quick. You don't have to put the date, about when this is, because the point of YouTube is that it can precede the time in which you create this video. So don't worry about the date. And then the question, if there's a good rule of thumb, just title your stream the question that you have on these thumbnails. It's like, that's kind of where you're bent anyway, right? So like, what do you do for RC parts, RC burnout? What's your hobby giveaway? Like, frame around whatever this is based off of what people potentially are asking when it comes to RCs. And it looks like a lot of the things have to do with RC. So like, make RC fun or something like that in regards to your channel name. So I think it starts with like just making it simple. And then content strategy is, does it need a conversation that is 2.5 hours long? Or could you answer this question in 8 to 10 minutes with just a simple talking head video? And like what Tony mentioned, to reach more people, because you need those opportunities of videos that you intentionally make to be like, this is my opportunity. We call it hero videos. Like, what are your hero videos on your channel? And have you made them? I would say hero videos typically, for the most part, are answering specific questions, but you're going for it. You're going for like the wide reach of answering those questions. Like, seems like for you to have a long form content show on this type of stuff, you have so much value to offer when it comes to RC stuff. So like, what are those things? What should people be buying? How, speed versus test because this is a product-based channel. There are so many things that you can go deeper with when it comes to like products, and off-road versus street racing, so those are something I know that when we do these channel reviews, there's a lot, and I think it's really just picking one thing. And if I were you, I would really clarify your value proposition with your name, and then go from there, cleaning up the look. And then that's the one tip: clean it up. And so clean up your content, clean up your logo, clean up your thumbnails, and then stay consistent. I think it's good that you get in the muscle of creating content, nonetheless. Like you know what it feels like to be on for 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's a good skill to have. But now I think you can, what is it when you make something, refine that skill and get better at making powerful videos that are shorter. Mm-hmm. And I want to pass it off next to Heather, unless somebody else has something else to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna reset us real quick, and I want to say thank you to everyone that is on right now. Wow, super chats are coming in, but the super chat for reviews is closed. So I want to thank everyone for being a part of this. Do you like this kind of content? Let us know by smashing the like button right now. Let's get it to 150 likes for this stream. We're gonna go strong here, but I want to let you know that if you're watching live or on the replay, that we have a special offer for you right now. Right now, we're doing free channel reviews, but if you want to figure out the step-by-step way to set up your channel the right way, how to get to your first 1,000 subscribers and beyond, and to get access to our best templates and downloads, then you're going to want to check out this offer, and then we'll be back for some more reviews.
Did you see thinkmediasale.com? For the holidays, we're giving you 80% off our brand new YouTube Made Simple course bundle. Get over $1,900 worth of our best courses, tools, templates, and more. Just go to thinkmediasale.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here for these channel reviews today. And we're going to jump into the next one right now. And that is with I Smell. Let me get yours up here. And what a cool channel name to even have, because you're doing colognes and perfumes, which I think is a really smart idea. One thing I want to point out right at the beginning is that your thumbnails are very bright. It's awesome to see really good thumbnails. And you just wanted a basic review, just kind of a critique of your channel. So I would say that because you're doing these types of reviews, when we're doing product review videos here at Think Media, you can actually just put the products in the thumbnail. So right here, this cologne, I like how you did the larger bottle and you're holding the smaller bottle. But really, someone might be coming to it wanting the actual cologne and they don't know you yet. They don't know that you're the guy to help them figure out the best smells. And so I would really actually work on doing more product shot photography where you don't actually have to be in the thumbnail. Let the thumbnail sell the product, not you. Let the thumbnail sell the product. So that would be number one. Number two, I see that you're doing a great job with actually hitting the different types of fragrances that are out there. And I like that you're doing, 5. So you're repurposing content for your channel. And when I came down here, I was seeing that I want you to be working on these keywords here. So even when you are doing different types of product reviews, you can, rather than just putting in all of these different like School of Scent, all the different name brands, I want you to really be looking at how you are doing your keywords. 5 fragrances guaranteed to make you stand out. That is actually the keywords that you're going for. I would look at, are people typing in the word fragrances? Are people typing in the word perfumes? What words are people using in their titles? And then over here, I don't know your name. I don't know if you want to put your name out there, but you are building a brand on YouTube. So it's always good to have you on YouTube. And are you just selling online? Where can I go if I want to buy a fragrance? Where do I go? I don't know where I should go if I watched a video and I'm excited about buying a fragrance. Looking at your stats here, I want you to love that you did the 4 videos. So you're keeping consistent with that. And look, you're up 3,000 subscribers. So that is amazing. I think this is a really good channel. You're just getting started. You started in June, and I love the consistency on your channel. And I would say you are doing a great job. I'm going to pass it over to Tony for the next review.
Amazing. And our next channel we have coming up here is named Monzon Media. And this channel, the question that came in said, any insight on retention for tutorial channels? Doesn't matter what I do, retention average is usually 30% regardless of length. People tend to get what they need and then they're gone. So I do have some tips about this actually, because we do have a review channel here as well. And so it's something I feel like we could share on when it comes to our analytics and in our back end here. So when I look at first your channel, it looks amazing, by the way. So I'm going to go off the assumption there's some great production value happening here. It's not because, you have like, really bad camera, really bad audio, and that really can do a lot for retention. If you have bad audio and it's painful to listen to, people are going to leave the video faster than a building on fire. So I just came up with that, but basically they're going to leave the video really quick. If you have bad audio, bad lighting, they can't really see what you're doing. But you have a channel that doesn't seem to have that problem, especially with some of the, crispiness you have going on here. With your video, you can see right here, just your camera is brilliant, amazing. And even your hook, you have a little bit of before and after happening here. You're showing in the first few seconds. So having said all that, here are some strategies that I can give you with tutorial channels. The main one being that at the end of your video, right? At the end of your video, I don't want you to go and say things like, all right, so you learned everything you need to know, and and we're done. And that's the end of the video, and kind of like end the thought. What I want you to think about is towards the end of your video, I want you to open the loop to something else. One of the videos that did this, I believe, was this one. We had a video that was Netflix reveals the secrets to getting more views on YouTube, and it was all about like thumbnails and how Netflix uses thumbnails, right? What happened was it goes at the end of the video goes, and that's what they do with thumbnails. But the important thing with the thumbnails, you have to have a great title with it. And we did a great video on titles. Click on the end screen right here. Well, what happened was when this video dropped, this bump went up like crazy here because we actually sent it to another video and opened another loop. So that's one of the ways you can increase your retention is if you give people that they don't really know that the video is ending, right? Is you just go, okay. And then the fifth tip I have for you is you got to get better titles. And to get better titles, watch this video. Because when you do that, people just continue to watch and binge in your world. Now, I will say everyone out there who has a tutorial channel and a lot of you people in the Think Media community here, you have a tutorial channel. There is a realism of the fact, like this video did super well. This is a 54% retention. And so if you want to study this video, I really encourage you guys to study this video for retention because it's a great video. How to write a perfect YouTube title that gets clicks. We can probably link that in the chat and I'll drop that in the chat in a second. But you never want to end your tutorial or even when you have the title of your video and maybe it's like how to accomplish one thing, right? I don't want you completing that answer in 2 minutes and then have another 3 to 4 minutes in your video. So it's getting into how can I give them the ultimate satisfaction at the end of the video and then end it quick right after that. Whether I'm pointing them to another video or I'm landing the plane right after I give them their complete answer. That's some tips for a tutorial channel. How you can increase that retention. 30% isn't too bad though, depending on how many video views you're getting. But yeah, if you want to bump it up, those are my couple tips for you to do that. And we're going to jump to the next channel and I'm gonna throw it over to Sean.
Yeah, so we have Will Sco Ted. If you're learning something today, smash the like button. And that tip that Tony just shared is legit. Like really, that we just showed you with analytics, verifiably, that if you really optimize the end of your video, you can reactivate old videos in your library doing that. And definitely, if you're just joining, check out that replay. And if you're getting value, share this out. By the way, if you are active in the chat, we're giving away 5 copies of YouTube Secrets. We'll be randomly selecting you and letting you know in the chat. And if you're over on Facebook watching this, if you share, because we're able to see who shares the stream, you'll be entered to win a couple of copies of YouTube Secrets. And the chances are pretty good because there's not that many shares on that stream over there. So go ahead and do that if you want to get a copy of the book. We have Will Sco Ted. First thing just to note is I love that there's clarity on the channel, beginner and pro tools to help you win at YouTube. Now, I'm going to just kind of go bold on coaching here. And I want to thank you for being a part of our community and really shout you out too. I think you've been a part of Tech Week, every single stream. I think you're part of the VRA fam. So grateful for you. And again, like we want to speak the truth in love and really give you hard coaching that can then help you grow. Immediately, I see Canva, I see Snappa. It seems like you're going to share a lot of design stuff. I'm going to be honest. The cover image doesn't feel like strong design to me. And some of the even logos are a little low res. Like I see that your thumbnails, from my viewpoint, are very sharp and crispy. But I share that because it's kind of like Most Def says, my presence speaks volumes before I say a word. Like your design, your channel layout, thumbnails, our avatar, they speak without us saying anything. And so if you're going to position yourself in pro design, I just want to challenge you to level up the design. Now, design can be subjective. And clearly you've got the skill set there, but I'm just asking you to evolve, a little bit. And ultimately, I think it seems like it kind of feels like multiple different fonts happening in the cover, et cetera. So saying all that again, because you're saying, and this is for all of us, like we want to really, if we're going to say, like, I am claiming to be a camera expert. I really dig deep to learn as much as I can about cameras and to really back up not just what I say, but that the authority and the expertise and the practice that it takes. Now I can see like your thumbnails are looking sharp. there, you know, you've got some more sharpness. So I'm just saying, continue to evolve the whole deal. Does that make sense? Is that fair? To really back up. If you're helping people with pro design, then bring that pro design fire. Now, you're also just brand new, clearly, only 3 uploads. So you're off to an incredibly great start. Good niche. Omar made the point earlier too. I like that you're using sentence case. So, or title case, make a free thumbnail, and it's clean here, but then it's all lowercase here. Which I suppose, but even that's a little bit of consistency. I'm kind of nitpicking here, but I am challenging you to just be world-class and excellent in those details, because you're coaching others to be world-class and excellent in the details. And you've got some great views though for the first starting out here. Couple uploads, green like crazy. I mean, growth is certainly happening like crazy. 90% growth in views, 500% growth in subscribers. Brand new channel, only 3 uploads in. You know, I would encourage. Again, it's kind of pet peeve for me here a little bit, but like this font versus this font versus. I'm just. Take it for what it's worth. Is think about design aesthetics, or bringing a clear theme to the design aesthetics. But hear me too. You are, I would say, crushing it. In the meantime, this just shows us the power of like, we're pursuing excellence, but we can experience growth. On your first 3 uploads, there's people watching that would just love to have 41 views on a video, and you're already getting those kind of results, which is cool. And so, yeah, I would say keep it going. And the power of the niche you're in is that people want tutorials on Canva. They want tutorials on these different things. I think we got to review your energy. Maybe it was inside of VRA, and your energy on camera was great. Your camera presence was great. And so I know I've given some hard coaching here, but again, generally, in my opinion, you have all the ingredients necessary to really just continue to get 1% better with every upload. And the niche you're in, I think the future is incredibly bright in terms of growth. Just keep doubling down. And would love to see some tweaks to that cover image, though. High resolution logos, consistent resolution across the board, consistent resolution of your photo and your cutout. Like, what's this little black little, why the sloppy design here? Right? Like, just coming out from behind the arm. I'm saying that because these attention to details just matter. And I say that in love for all of us watching. Like, don't be overly critical of yourself on the journey in terms of like, well, I'm not good at design yet. I don't mean you. I mean somebody else. Like, I don't even know how to design a cover. But I'm just saying, like, own it. Own the excellence. And that excellence is going to speak louder than even the words on our titles or a cover, because it'll just, excellence talks. Good design talks. My presence speaks volumes before I say a word. All right, what's the next channel review?
All right, Lisa D's Delights. Thanks for tapping in, Lisa. I've from a snapshot first. I think this is great. I love your channel artwork. It says Lisa D's Delights by Chef Lisa D, and then Southern cuisine with a healthy flair. Cooking made simple for beginners. Just like cool, very easy to read. And you've definitely chosen red. You know, like red lipstick. Like it's cohesive. Your face, you know, with the chef hat, and then meets the nice little photo at the other side. So this is just a good, like, in a snapshot. I know what her channel is about. I know what she looks like, and there's a vibe and feel. And shout out to the dog, Shih Tzu or Pekingese. We got the chef tasting officer. But you did ask specifically the overall quality of your channel look and your videos, and how to get retention up. And I'd like Tony, after I share some things, maybe speaking, because his wife does a vegan channel. But I would say when it comes to food, a lot of the times lighting is so important. And so when I look at your thumbnails, it's a little bit low on the lighting side. Like it's dark, and you don't want food to be dark and dingy. You want food to be bright and colorful, and you want it to be true. And oftentimes you can actually make food less enticing if it's just not well lit, right? And so this goes back to just commercials, and they use fake food sometimes for commercials and stuff like that, all because it needs to look attractive and wanting to click on. So with that being said, I would say to potentially invest into a cob light. We push a light called a GVM 100 watt light kit. And it would be one light, but it would put off such a soft but large light on yourself, but as well as on your food, and it would look more attractive. I would, I wouldn't even say that's not even my opinion. That would just actually happen. So look at a cob light. So you asked, how do you level up the quality of that? So that would level up your thumbnails, and it would also level up your videos because that would be the light you would throw on your the food. I would also say this. I mean, I like ham. So I clicked on this.
Would you like to learn how to make the most mouth-watering cherry glazed baked ham? Just like this? Well, and
so I know you kind of heard it a little bit faint, but when you're doing tutorials or you're showing people how to do something, this goes for anybody showing how to do something on YouTube. Your best bet, honestly, is to actually preview whatever it is you're going to show them. And so for the first, portion of this video, it's just snapshots, you with a tomato, you with a spatula, blurry image, cool, and your voiceover. But more than this, you should be flashing some of that. You should be flashing some of that. You should be flashing, and then like boom, and I'm going to show you how to get to this. And then you're like, frick, man, now I need to watch this video because you showed me all these missing, these pieces not put together yet. Therefore, they would stay and watch the video. So that's kind of one way you can level up your the quality and feel of your videos is simply by no pun intended, but sauce your video before people are gonna watch it. And because a lot of your video is voiceover or even talking head, investing in a decent lavalier mic. It's a little bit loud when I was watching a few of your videos in between the last coach sesh. But it definitely looks like you are a subject matter expert and you know what you're doing and your food looks amazing. And so that's great. And then the last thing I want to say, and then I'd love Tony to speak into it, is sometimes your format is incorrect when it comes to your upload format. So this looks like you were filming your video, with a vertical iPhone. And I'll do like an actual example like of this one. So if you're trying to do a short, you actually have to upload a vertical video in order for it to show up as a short. And I don't think this is last attempt because I found a video like this one, like this one. Nope. Where was it? I found it. One of your videos wasn't horizontal and it was like black on the sides, but I would just say keep it wide if you know it's wide, and then if you're doing a short to upload vertical video. But Tony, what would you say to her stuff based off what you say? She reminds me of Mary in our community, but I think with consistency she can crush.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of what Omar is saying is really key. I think the big thing with cooking channels, and my wife has one, so I've been in the trenches with this a little bit, is you really have to, the two things you really have to master is food photography. Like look up YouTube videos on how to shoot food photography. A lot of them will tell you the lights that Omar just said. I have one of those lights too. And the thing about it is that almost has to sell. Your food has to look amazing in the thumbnail. And even in the hook at the beginning, you got to like have mouth watering shots, right? You're going to be showing the food close up. And some of those things I'll show you real quick. In an example. So my wife's channel, this is something we did a vegan Crunch Wrap Supreme. So it kind of starts with like, oh, this is what you're going to see. Some mouth-watering like things, things that are cooking, and you're seeing, oh, you're really going to learn how to make this Crunch Wrap Supreme in the first. Here, I'll make it a little bigger for you guys to see it better. But you're going to, learn how to make this thing, and mouth-watering, looks good. And that was some of the things that we found, was that the videos that had really good food photography and started off with like mouth-watering shots just tended to do better in retention. And you can see some of her I'll just make this bigger so everyone can see this. Some of the thumbnails, like you just start getting a cleaner look just with what is there. And that's just some of the things we did, is we just really leveled up the food photography, spent in the time to really make the food look appetizing, like whether it was these rolls, mashed potatoes, even like our tutorials, like how to cut things. We just try to make it look very like appetizing and warm and not too busy. So that's what I would encourage you with.
Awesome. You got the next one, Sauce God Chaos.
Yeah, so we got Sauce God Chaos. Here's the question they have is, are there any improvements I can make? My channel is Sauce God Chaos, and I want to start having a style for all my videos like my recent videos. I also have a separate channel for shorts now. So I guess my first tip would be this, and I can also pull it up here as well, Omar, real quick. My first tip would be this, that I don't know if I am a purveyor of having a separate shorts channel, and everyone here could disagree with me, and Omar even could disagree with me on this, but I feel like shorts are a great way to bring people into your longer form content. And if you don't really have longer format and you're just shorts, it becomes trickier to monetize that. The audience also tends to be more volatile and not as maybe loyal. It's a harder way, in my opinion, to build a strong, true fan audience that's going to be there and watch multiple of your videos. So I would say that would be the first thing that I would just say about shorts. And again, that might be a hot take on that, but you also are asking about, you want to start having a style for your videos. Now, if I look at Sauce God Chaos, obviously this looks like gaming. When I click into your about, I'll see if you have this filled out. Make Apex Legends content. Amazing. As a Wraith main, amazing. So you're really niche down about what kind of videos you're making in Apex, which I'm familiar with this game. And my brother is a gamer, so I'm very familiar with the niche. So here's what I would say, that a lot of your videos, and I'm trying to see right here, here's a great example, right in the front, right on the homepage, your uploads, how a Watson main gets ready for season 11 buffs that are coming, right? This already is a how-to video, and it's a lot clearer, right? Where Ash gives next level meta vibes in season 11, it's not super clear to me. You're not giving me value and promising a value to me. And if I look at some of your most popular videos, I'm just curious on what kind of content is working for you already. Obviously some shorts, which I think I said, you started a second channel for shorts, but you're also posting shorts here. Scrolling down. Okay. The best champion console settings and sensitivity. The best champion console settings for Xbox. So your best settings, your tutorials for the people that are playing the game, I think you have endless possibilities. You could go how to get to Masters, right? The journey to Masters, how to get to Masters, my 10 best tips for getting there. What's the best loadout? What's my best settings? Like, all those videos are going to be hits for you because you're speaking to your 3.1 thousand subscribers and you're going to be giving them value first. So when I look at some of your newer videos, it's not that they're bad. Not that the thumbnails are bad, kind of interesting. You have some gaming stuff here, and it looks like you have some gaming highlights that are happening here as well. I would just think through, like, what kind of channel you want to be. Are you going for entertainment based and showing highlights of your live stream? Or are you trying to be more educational and lean into that because we believe some of educational content is the best way to get traction quickly without having to be entertaining, because that skill is very, very challenging to develop and very, very few people accomplish that. So I would just encourage you to lean more into tutorial content if you can, like even how a Watson main gets ready for season 11. This is what I'm talking about, this kind of content here. It's already doing well for you. And so I would look at doing those things. And that would be my tip for you as a gaming channel. I'm going to pass it over to Sean with Fine Tip Creative Studio.
Yeah. Hey, if you're having fun on the channel reviews today, go ahead and smash the like button. We have about 10 or so people in the queue. Channel reviews are closed because we want to get to everybody. We are hustling for another about 45 minutes for those next channels. If you haven't checked out the holiday sale we're doing at thinkmediasale.com, today's Coffee with Cannell is brought to you by thinkmediasale.com. Check that out in the description down below, and stick with us too, and let us know in the comments, what's your biggest takeaway? I see you, Sean, and I see you, LeDedrick Taylor on Facebook. Thanks for being here. I see you, Miss Finance and Gaming Do, and Knee Cars, and a free TV over on YouTube. Let us know, what are you learning that you're going to apply to your next YouTube videos or upgrading your channel? Even as you watch other people's channels, right? There's so much that we can learn. So drop your biggest aha moment in the comments wherever you're watching this live stream. We have Fine Tip Creative Studio, and I'm going to go straight for something we can all learn about potentially attracting the wrong subscribers. So I see this channel is great. I see it's pretty clear where it looks like a lot of kind of toys, collectibles. A lot of it would seem maybe we have like a father and son here. I see the son in a lot of videos, and that's strong. But what I noticed was when we go to most popular video, you did a great tour of Area 15, which is a cool spot out here in Vegas. And so you must be in Vegas. Shout out to the Vegas locals. Here's the problem. This video by far continues to get a lot of views for you. Now, I don't know if it's driving subscribers, but here's my thought. This video is going to get you the wrong subscribers. Picture this. Someone's thinking about visiting Area 15. They click subscribe because they maybe want other Vegas stuff or other travel stuff. And then more or less the channel never follows up with that. So just something for you to consider. What can happen is we can fall in love with the vanity metrics of our most popular video. And I want to ask everybody a question. Do you have a video that is actually getting views and growing your channel, but it's growing your channel with the wrong subscribers? Do you have a video that's attracting subscribers to your channel, but the content you're uploading now, those subscribers wouldn't be interested in it? Something to consider, because I'm sure you're in love with that video. It's amazing. It's so well done. But this isn't a video tour channel. Yes, Area 15 is creative, but it's just so different than Funko Advent Calendar. And so I think you really have to consider that when it comes to this. Beyond that, I think you're doing phenomenal because you're pumping out a ton of videos. Go for green. You got growth. I get what it is. I do like the thumbnails. I think in some cases they're a little busy because when you've got the full, still good because Spider-Man is outlined with the white there. That's nice. And I think that you are having plenty of videos do really well that do seem on brand, whether it's covering the right product at the right time in terms of the majority of stuff, Grinch Christmas and Disney character hunt. So I love all this. Consider making this video unlisted or being okay with the consequences, because the final thing I'll say as we get ready for the next channel review is this. The problem with wrong subscribers is they're not going to click on your new videos. And by not clicking on your new videos, it's going to lower your click-through rate. And when YouTube tests distributing your videos to your subscribers first and they don't click on it, it can truncate the reach of the video, reaching farther beyond that, which ultimately you want growth. You want to get to 10,000 subs, 100,000 subs. So think about dialing it in and try to never upload videos that your subscribers didn't subscribe for. I noticed you have a wildlife park drive and walk through. You have a Utah park and walk through. It's just, that seems a little different. You can do whatever you want because this is YouTube. This is your tube. But think about niching that down, because I do think you have a good thing going with all these products and really building up that momentum. All right, let's hit the next one.
All right, I got the next one pulled up, but before we get into it, we want to give away 2 copies of this book right here, YouTube Secrets, and we want to pick 2 people out of the comments. And so I'm gonna, if you could in the comments put if you can use this book, maybe what your YouTube channel is about. I think this guy did it without me asking because it was 11:18. I'm gonna Buick Outdoors. I have a chicken hunting video and a chicken cleaning video that generate a ton of views, and I get quite a few subs from it. I'm positive that they are seasonal. Oh my gosh, this is great, because the next person I'm going to be reviewing is going to tap into this. So Buick Outdoors, we want to send you YouTube Secrets. And if you want it in Korean, we can too as well. But if you just want the regular version, just email us at giveaways@seancannell.com to get your book, Buick. And then the next person I would like to pick is let's see. Oh dang, crypto mining here. We got book, please. Let's see. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna hit this one. Steve Drumheller, Today's Tech Life. I'd love the book. Today's Tech Life. Sweet. Steve, same with you. Make sure you email giveaways@seancannell.com. Steve, shout out to everybody. We'll continue to give away more books, but let me get into this next channel review. And we have Mel Just Simple. This is a hauls decor kind of channel where she shows different stuff for different things. And so I wanted to talk about, before I get into her question, it's, her channel is a trend surfing channel. She's riding the wave of seasons. And so if you see like, right, in October, we have all the Halloween stuff. And then we have a little bit of St. Patrick's Day. Then we go into Valentine's Day. So this is like one strategy we do encourage to figure out how you can make a season work for you. And she has taken that, and have done that. But her concern was is that her videos would usually get 500 to 600 views. And then she just recently took a small break, and now they're getting just, about 50 to about 100 views. And so a little drop off when it comes to viewership. And so I would say the first thing is to not be discouraged when you see lower views. And that's especially when understanding what it is you're doing. So, I may find your content helpful just for the season of Halloween, but like, I don't need, fall decor. Like, I'm moving on to Christmas, but you put out a fall decor video or Thanksgiving. And so like, because people may just need you for a season. So understanding how you're serving your audience is that your audience might be a come and go type audience because they just are looking for help for that season. And so don't be too discouraged for that. And also, because you are trend surfing, I would say that the strategy in trend surfing is that you're riding the wave of a season. So like, some of your videos will get, a burst of views, and then it'll completely die when that season comes. Your St. Patrick's Day videos aren't going to generate any views during Christmas time, right? And so that's just something to think about. I think thinking about how you can kind of in between these moments, maybe you want to tap into certain designs. So like, you're talking through, different designs, Halloween decor. What about like something along the lines of like mid-century modern decor ideas, or you're tapping into things that are more general, even I'm a fan of like Scandinavian design, which is like the IKEA cleanliness, modern type of thing. But that's kind of what I would encourage you with, is just like having videos that kind of help in between those seasons. And then I would encourage you wouldn't be as bummed about with your views if you were making sales. And I know that you're probably working up into it maybe, but when I was clicking on this video right here, I noticed that like you're showing, you're giving people a haul of what you've purchased. And I go in the description and I don't see any links to anything. So like, you've helped me. Yes. Like, now I know what to go and buy when I go to Ross or Marshall's, but like, you could get very similar like items on Amazon or Etsy or something, and then send people to buy similar products. And then I know you would care less about views if you started making the dough. So that would be my encouragement to you, to get more views. Necessarily might not be the goal quite necessarily. It's finding out ways to create videos that can go in between those seasons, and as well as getting an affiliate program so that your videos can work for you when they are actually working, which they do when you drop them. So I just want to encourage you with that. And so we'll pass it to the next reviewer, which will be, I believe, Tony. Let's run it, Tony. You got this.
Awesome. Yes, the next channel we have coming up here is Cecily Dione. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. This channel is, the question really is, I'm trying to get more consistent, but I'm struggling with niching down. Let me know in the chat if that's you too. If you're struggling with consistency and niching down. I'm a music artist for context. Let's see the channel here. So the channel here is Cecily Dione, like I said, and there's a 2021 fragrance review, which doesn't seem like music, but I could be wrong on that. And then Tori Kelly, Soul's Anthem. So I guess my main question for you is this, okay? Right now, it looks like you're about, 1, 2, 3, by 6, 18. You have 22 videos right now. And if you look at your videos, you're kind of experimenting. Now, it looks like you're trying different types of content. You're trying behind the scenes photo shoot. You're trying covers. Here's my question for you. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? Maybe you're like, I want to be known for my singing. Okay, well then you probably want to lean into a niche in a positioning in your channel that's going to help set you up for being known for your singing. How could you do that? Well, one of the strategies is you could do what you're doing now. You're covering songs. You're like trying to lean into trending topics. But the other thing you could do is you could help other people sing. And people that are fans of singers are typically can be other singers. You know, some of the biggest super fans of musical artists are musicians themselves. And so what I would look at doing is, you know, again, if you want to be known for just the singing, it's easier to be known for one thing first before you transfer into something else. But if you try to get known for multiple things at the same time, it can be quite challenging. So I'm going to assume you're going to say singing. If you say singing, I would say this. How could you lean more into trending topics, trending songs, and not only like just cover them, but could you educate other singers on how to sing those songs? Because those are what people are coming to YouTube for. They're looking for a problem. Now, if you're like, Tony, I don't want to teach people. I want to just be known for singing and be an amazing singer and just do covers and sing all of my own original material. You can do that. Again, like Sean said, it's your tube. I just believe that that's going to be a slower way to get traction or a harder way to break through. Because if you have purely just an entertainment channel, you are not only competing against other YouTube channels. I mean, on the YouTube homepage, I just saw if I wanted entertainment, I could get a movie. I could buy a movie right there on YouTube. I could watch TV shows. I could watch things that I already know and love. I could watch Netflix. You're competing with all those things, and it can become more challenging to stand out. Not impossible, but that would be my question for you. My power question is, what do you want to be known for? And then lean into niching your channel in a way that'll get you known for that one thing. And you're in the experimental phase, so I want to just encourage you, keep experimenting, keep trying, because you might find some other types of content you like to produce, and you're really in those early stages. It probably doesn't feel like you're in those early stages because you made a lot of, you've made like 22 videos, I think it was, and it feels like it's a lot. But 22 on the road to 500 or 1,000, you're still really in your prologue of your YouTube creation. So continue to create content, continue to experiment, and go towards the content that really you enjoy and you want to be known for. That's going to help you be more consistent, because the more you enjoy it, or the more you're just motivated by your why and why you're creating content, you're going to find yourself being more consistent on YouTube. That's my best tips for you with moving forward with your channel. Sean
Cannell here with the Coffee with Cannell show on the Think Media podcast channel with the Think Media team, Omar, Tony, and Heather, and we are doing channel reviews. Channel reviews are closed. We have a bunch in the queue. We're going to keep smashing through them. And next up, we have Lord Heck Gaming, and Lord Heck also has a larger dance channel, it seems. This channel is crushing at 1.6 million views in a month, 15,000 subscribers, just growth in this last month with 14 uploads. But the question is about the gaming channel. I need some pointers on the channel, Lord Heck Squad. I'm having a hard time putting energy into the right kind of content that are not too competitive, since I have a rather small channel. So what's interesting to me is my initial question is, why are you trying to grow a second channel when you have such a successful primary channel? Now, it's your tube. You can do what you want. Of course, I think you probably love gaming. It's a fun outlet, and even something maybe you want to grow as well. But we have learned at Think Media that if you try and chase two rabbits, sometimes you end up catching neither of them. Or in your case, I mean, you're doing well on both channels, in my opinion. One channel is absolutely crushing it. So if you try and chase two rabbits, you just dilute your focus and your energy. You're out here saying, I hope this channel grows, but you're up 4,041% in terms of views in the last month, 20 uploads. So you're hustling here and you're hustling on the other channel. It would be no surprise to me if you felt a little exhausted. And let's see that. I don't know where those new views are coming from, but maybe 12K from this Call of Duty on mobile. Some of just the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks, and even month have gotten some breakout videos. So I see a lot of growth here. So, I mean, I think the biggest, your smaller channel just might take, it needs time. And you're hustling for sure. But again, what I want to challenge you with, and challenge all of us with, is what is it you want to happen? And we don't have to get like overly philosophical about it. Are you trying to monetize in a more significant way? So you need more views to make ad revenue? Are you trying to hit a financial target? Do you legit want to have 2 different silver play buttons? Is your goal to get as many channels over 100,000? You know what I mean? Like, what is it you actually want to happen? Why the multiple channels? And I know you might look at, all kinds of big creators. Sometimes they have a video podcast and a gaming channel and their vlog channel and their main channel. But man, dividing our focus can really, imagine if we took all of our energy and you focused it on your dance channel, you could probably grow it even more. It would be probably easier to get your Lord Heck channel from 300,000 subscribers to 500,000 than it'll be to get your gaming channel over 100,000. But from the skills you've already deployed, I think you have the chance to actually do whatever you want. The key is to get clear on what is it you actually want. What is it you're willing to sacrifice? And it takes discipline. And I think a lot of us that are multi-passionate as we get ready for the next channel review is that it takes discipline to not do things so that we can focus our energy on the things that matter most. I have a personal channel called my Sean Cannell channel. I haven't uploaded it in months. I think about it probably every day. I think about what I want to talk about there, the videos I want to post. Literally, I think about it every day. So hear me, the heart of a creative, the heart of a creator is there's a lot of other things I want to do. But sometimes if you want to have your most powerful 2022 Think Media podcast crew, wherever you're watching this, lean in for this. If you want to have your best year next year, lean into the power of focus. Try to do less better. And I just think you'll create a lot more momentum. And as you get more momentum, last thing, Lord Heck, if money is coming in, hire some people. Lean into leadership a little bit. Lean into some delegation a little bit. Because the way you can do more healthy is you get enough revenue, money for the mission to be able to share the work. I don't know if you have to edit or what you have to. You can do the dancing channel and the gaming channel potentially if you maybe delegate some of the other tasks you're doing, and that could help you go further faster. It doesn't seem like you have a lack of energy because it looks like we're pretty much uploading daily between the 14 dance videos and the 20 gaming videos or whatever. So there's a ton of hustle coming out. I respect that. But think about dialing in that focus, and rather than being a shotgun, be a laser. And I think you'll make greater impact and see the growth you're after. All right, let's hit the next channel.
All right. And I love that Lord Heck said he really appreciate that review, Sean. Thank you so much for that. Power of focus, power of focus. That is what we need going into this next season. And I'm going to do the sensory strut. And I'm really excited to review this channel because I love that she's bringing awareness to families that have children with special needs. And I think it's such an underserved community on YouTube. So I want to congratulate you for stepping out. I read your bio and it said you've been helping families for the last 6 years. So I'm so excited that your journey is now on YouTube. And a couple things you asked about your titles and thumbnails. I think that you are doing an okay job with your titling, but I think we need to also do the power of focus here as well. If you're helping families with sensory issues, with nonverbal communication, with autism, with different types of special needs, throwing in videos about your weight loss journey is counterintuitive to the type of audience that you're trying to reach. Just because someone's interested in special needs does not mean that they're interested in your personal weight loss journey. And while I want to applaud you and say, come on with losing that first 100 pounds, that's amazing. Let's keep that journey actually out of the YouTube sphere for right now, or put it on a separate channel where you're just uploading when you can. But I want you to be focusing on this topic that you have your channel about. And here's a hack for you when it comes to, when I looked at some of your videos that are performing really well around that topic, 155 views to nonverbal child. And then even down here with using special needs families. Here's a hack. All right. So lean in. If you're still here watching the stream with me, thank you so much. I want to show you this. If I were to put in, let's say sensory, sensory, what was the word? Sensory sounds. Where were you at here? Let's go ahead and do nonverbal or sensory, A. If I do sensory A, autism, sensory activities for toddlers, sensory ASMR, sensory activities for babies. Okay, now what if I actually just went autism? If that is who you're helping, maybe that's who you're helping. So autism A, And then it's going to bring up all these different types: autism awareness, autism and relationships. How about autism toddler learning videos, autism toddler speech therapy, autism toddler therapy, autism toddler talking? Are you seeing the power of what you can do when you just go after the keywords of what people are searching for? Let's put a space before and see what happens. Fathering with autism. Maybe you interview a dad. Maybe there is toddler. Let's put toddler autism. Toddler with autism signs. Toddler with autism talking. So are you seeing the power of the amount of videos you could be doing on this channel? The sensory strut, you have a lot of amazing opportunities to reach families and help them in a lot of different ways. What are the tools that they need? What are the different pieces of toys and things like that that they need in their homes as they are raising a child who has different abilities? I hope that helps you. And we're going to pass it to the next one, which is Sean.
Yeah, next up is Duck Finder, and this channel is an entertainment channel. A lot of energy on here with the voiceover, leaning into fair use. In fact, if you're here live, I hope for your channel review, you could let us know if you have any challenges with fair use. See a lot of people watching. I'm sure you maybe didn't realize that if you are making transformative content, what he's doing is he's putting a voice over all these clips and these still images and doing content around, popular topics like the Eternals and things like that. I think that on the one hand, let me see specifically if there was a question related to this, and I don't know. We are seeing growth. We are seeing, there was no question. Cool. So go for green. I mean, subscribers are up a little bit, 5 new ones. Celebrate the win. 3 uploads. I definitely see your videos are challenging to make because you pull a lot of footage, you write a script or deliver a lot of energy on the voiceover, but views are up. And so the strategy appears to be is clearly going for that kind of viral, going for that suggested videos, going for that trending moment when you get, click-through rate. And the truth is, in a niche like this, you can have a breakout video. In fact, Tony just had a breakout video. He has a faceless channel, and he had a video related to Game of Thrones that's just going viral. It's just boom. And it's old too. It's hundreds of days old. So part of this strategy is just sticking with it. You've been in here for 10 months. And so there's a lot of competition when some of these popular topics, but you keep hustling, you might have that breakout video. The next thought is just talking about the right thing at the right time, which you're definitely after. You're reacting to some Squid Game stuff here, or you're reacting to someone reacting to Squid Games on shorts. And so I would say keep going. The edit's good, the voiceover's good, the energy's good. I think that the right topic at the right time with the right title could be definitely what it is. And there is a ton of opportunity in this niche, but there's also a lot of competition. So keep looking for those angles and those ways to maybe, jump on something new, jump on a show first. We had a great video for Squid Games related to Think Media. But first of all, there's the actual hustle to create it. And second of all, the idea came to us about 2 weeks after the initial boost of the trend. So for everybody watching, when you're trying to surf trends, speed matters. Sometimes it's time to crush a Red Bull and pull an all-nighter to get your video out related. If you can be first and quality, it could be your breakout moment, Duck Finder. All you need is a video that starts just like, oh, I love this guy. You hit 1,000 subs, 10,000 subs. One video starts activating the rest of your library. So I encourage the perseverance. And I'm going to pass the mic to the next channel review.
All right. I'm pumped for this one. This is Natalie Heels. Natalie Heels, a newer channel. And it's always cool to see new channels with like clean design. I would even actually argue it takes like just a day, maybe a weekend to like dial in your channel's look and feel and vibe and description and about and things like that. I would say like might as well use the tools that you have. So just as first, let me talk about like just the channel page. When you're at the home page, number one, there's no links. I mean, like YouTube lets you have links, put links here, whether it's social media, whether it's your best recommended products, or, you know, maybe deeper courses, maybe you have deeper trainings, or that's something you'd like to do, throw them up here. I do see that you only showcase your shorts, which I know they're getting some views, which is awesome that your shorts are getting views. But I would encourage you to also put your most proud work here. Like what Tony mentioned a bit ago in this stream was about putting videos that you think a new person would benefit from if they just landed on this. And so, yeah, definitely want your videos here. I mean, I think choosing a video as your channel trailer, or just genuinely making one, because like I'm choosing who I'm going to stretch with, you know, and like if I land on your channel somehow, maybe through a short, it'd be nice to see your face and you introduce yourself, maybe, you know, maybe an authority line. Like I've been doing this for this long, and I like helping people, you know, whatever, help with back stress, neck pain. So I do see that like you have a cohesive design when it comes to your thumbnails, which is great. So keep that up. Just some things I noticed is like, again, if like, I'm just saying, like, if I had to pick one, if it was this one or if it was this one, which one would it be? Like, and like, this is more clear, not only because of the color, you know, emphasis, but also it's bigger. Like the person is bigger. And I know this is you, but like, I don't know, you know, it's just, you're very small. I unless it like has to have a full body in it. I think the only way you can really get by with full body thumbnails is if you have super great compression when it comes to your photography and stuff. But that's just, for the most part, these are working. Like, you know, I love to see like this one. This could have been your whole body, but you chose, you know, to have a piece of like a hip, which is super great. So I want to encourage you to keep this up right here, like the up close thing, and anything that you can do to even point more attention to like a pain point, whether it be a color or an arrow or something like that. I want to encourage you with, and I know you're probably working on it, but like you make a Amazon Black Friday thing and you uploaded a time lapse about you using this stuff. And then like, I'm like, cool. But then it's like, I mean, you don't have it yet, the Amazon affiliate program, which is fine. But I would say, how does this video, every video is an opportunity to educate the people who know you about what your channel is about. And I think this could have been maybe a different use of your content creation time. And then the last thing I want to encourage you with is to really harp on, I think with this kind of stuff, stretching and pain relieving is definitely doing time stamped or time sensitive videos. 15-minute this, that, 30-minute this or that, 1 hour this or that, and really go for those. And over time, you will have a channel where you have a library of videos that can help with neck pain, back pain, hip pain, but multiple things that can help. And I think that will be a good use of your time as you move forward and create more content. Continue to do your shorts because it seems like they're doing well. And I think it's because if I learn about a stretch while I'm like on YouTube Shorts that it's going to benefit me, that I've never seen before, then it's probably going to be favored. And so I see that. But I would encourage you with that to definitely level up on the time frame workouts and stretches as opposed to, you know, just general things. You kind of did that here, 5-minute fix, 5-day full body. But like there's a lot of title help that you can, you know, do there. A lot of the people that we are actually helping today need some title help. What is somewhere people can go, Sean, where they can get title help? Maybe we got something going on this holiday season that can help with that.
Yeah, Omar. Titles will make a huge difference, as will, you know, and if you're taking notes or thinking about your plan for 2022, topics actually is going to be your biggest thing, then titles, then thumbnails, and then following it up with strong content. And if you haven't heard yet, or you're just joining, we have a 80% off Cyber Week sale happening at thinkmediasale.com. And included in that bundle is our YouTube starter kit. And that has our 15 title templates. So there's downloads in that starter kit. It also has a list of 51 video ideas to boost you on that side, and it'll help you on the thumbnail side as well. So check this out, and then we're going to hit the next channel review. Did you see thinkmediasale.com? For the holidays, we're giving you 80% off our brand new YouTube Made Simple course bundle. Get over $1,900 worth of our best courses, tools, templates, and more. Just go to thinkmediasale.com. Yeah, fired up. And that is happening at thinkmediasale.com. You can see all the details, and that's limited. So get the discount. Why? If you're going to take YouTube serious in 2022, this is going to be one of the best investments you can make. And I mean that. I mean, it's backed by a total risk-free guarantee, because you're absolutely going to love this program, and it's going to push you to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So thinkmediasale.com, check it out, and let's kick it over to Tony for the next channel review.
Amazing. And right before I get into that channel review, I'm actually going to pick 2 people to win a YouTube Secrets book in the chat. And so I'm going to pick Martica Sherman. I want to win a copy of YouTube Secrets. Having golden nuggets to assist me with building my channel is always a plus. I know this book will help me. It will help you because it's coming your way. And again, if you got picked as a winner anytime in this stream for a giveaway like this, email giveaways@seancandle.com. But Martica Sherman, I hope you enjoy the YouTube Secret book. The next one that I'm going to give out, one more. Round and round I go. Where I stop, nobody knows. Okay, we are stopping on Philly Sports Mom. Would like a book. Planning to create top trending instructional available. Maximize your human potential. There's a lot going on there, but I hope to help you with this YouTube Secrets book. And again, email giveaways@seancandle.com to get that giveaway sent to you. And so we're going to jump into the next channel review. This next channel is Joe McFlow. That's kind of an awesome name, honestly. Joe McFlow. All right. And the only question was just first impressions. And so I'm going to just tell you my first impressions. Joe McFlow, 15 subscribers, just starting out. Like you said, Stadia news, games, and tips. Now, here's the thing I'm going to throw at you right away. The Stadia is not the safest bet when it comes to making content for console gaming or for gaming in general. Reason I say that, it's not proven, it's kind of volatile, and it's not really gaining traction in the gaming community like it hoped it would. So here's all I have to say is this. Not that you can't make Stadia content, but I would encourage you to make your channel a little bit wider, maybe of a niche than just the Stadia. Maybe it's console gaming, or maybe you go into Xbox, Nintendo, or PlayStation or Sony that already has a really thriving audience. And again, this is my personal opinion about the Stadia. I just don't see it as that thing you could probably build a whole channel and monetize it around. It's very unproven. And again, they could cancel it tomorrow. Gaming platforms do that all the time. They'll start a whole thing and then they thought it was going to be bigger than it was and it crashed. And so the Stadia has the potential to be that. It looks like you do have some other content though. You do have actually, no, you are mostly all Stadia. And so I guess I would encourage you though, but if you want to go deep on Stadia, it's not that you can't make content on it. I just wouldn't base your whole channel on it because it's like putting your entire eggs in one basket of a platform that's unproven, doesn't have a critical mass, meaning like it's not really proven that you could do a full-time income on it. Now, if you're like, Tony, I just want to create fun videos and I'm just doing this as a hobby about the Stadia, go for it. But if your ambitions is to have a full-time, huge, like, YouTube business channel really all around the Stadia and monetizing that and having a full-time income, you might need to widen your niche. That would be my first impressions of your channel. Again, awesome. You're taking actions. Love that you're posting videos. And that would be my tips for you. I will pass it over to the next review, which will be it'll be Sean. Sorry, Sean, bringing you on the screen.
Yes, sir. We are talking about immersive sports science. And a couple tips for you right off the bat. So I see you're professional. You graduated Cardiff in sports science, sports psychology. You got degrees. And after clicking around on the channel, it seemed that maybe you want this to drive a business result because I could come to your Facebook page and I could click call now and actually give you a call and do business with you. So my initial tip for you here, and we'll talk about the content really quick on the channel, but is consider the viewer experience for your entire business. And remember, Think Media Podcast, like, especially if you want to drive a business result, and all of us, if you want to go full-time on YouTube, you should be thinking about, what is my business model? How is it that I monetize? If you are more of a business-based channel, by getting people on the phone or getting them to fill out a form is the way that people could do business with you, consider their entire experience. And one of the things that is kind of just confusing is, notice this. It says subscribe. There's an arrow. It points to Facebook. Subscribe's over here. Now, of course, resolution changes and different things. So that's a viewer experience thing. But I'm also not a huge fan of sending this to Facebook, because now I'm here and I might see call, but I don't know why I should call. And now I have to look at other things and think about the viewer journey. It's kind of confusing, because now I'm like, okay, I was here. Why would I even want to go there? FB. Well, there's already a Facebook logo. So Adam, MPT, and performance. Consider, what does that even mean? Like, should I, okay, is that your name? Like, click here and give us but here's what tip number 2 is remove steps, eliminate steps. So what is the result, or where would you want people to go? Now, in a lot of cases, maybe your business model, if you're watching this, is to get as many views as possible. So your actual goal is to have people never leave YouTube. But maybe you want to collect email addresses, or collect, like, give me some words that tell me where to go, and don't send me to Facebook so I can click the call thing. Send me directly to a simple page that drives the one result that you want people to do, that'll move the needle in your business. And I wanted to share that because I think that could practically help you get more leads, drive more sales, or, get more people calling you and doing coaching with you, or whatever it is you actually do specifically. But all of us could benefit from that tip. Additionally, next is, it seems like a lot of these are kind of reaction videos. It looks like you reacted to the Lance Armstrong video, it would seem, and it played a lot of clips here. Okay, maybe you're summarizing that there. But part of my thing was it was kind of hard to find a cohesion in the content. Like, it just seemed like a lot of compilations. I mean, okay. And I mean, my thought is, there's just kind of 2 questions I have. We don't have enough time to go into, I suppose, the answer. You could ask yourself the answer. This, I know dislikes are going away, and maybe because it was controversial, but it looks like it was almost like a 50% dislikes. Again, if you have a polarizing opinion, I think that's cool. That's fine. But dislikes can be a signal. If we write out that they're trolls, or we write out that it's just maybe a divisive area, is maybe just worth asking yourself, what's going on here? Because you have some very high view videos. So that's 31,000 views, 25,000, 8.5 thousand. But some of these are very disliked. It might not be bad, because it doesn't mean you need to be liked by everybody, but it is an indicator of, how do I create content that really resonates, and then creates a positive viewer experience and helps me grow. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I would also think final tip would be, think about the structure of your videos, and this is on the business side of things. Weave in a call to action to your videos. Maybe it's at the very end, but in terms of the cadence of the video, I think you could drive more business results under the assumption that that's what you're after. I like that we have affiliate links here. I'm seeing that. That's cool. Got some references. So you're definitely doing like thorough commentative documentaries. I see that's great. But I'm just wondering, all that is coming from me trying to make sense of, what is it you want to happen? What does winning look like? And if you want people to come here and call you, then I would love to see that link in the description down below. And then final thing for all of us, let's sum it up. We'll do the next channel review. Lay out the whole customer journey. If you've never done this, and maybe you've never used that language, lay out the whole viewer journey. What is it? If you are an entertainment channel, the whole viewer journey would be get someone to click, get them watching videos, get them to watch more videos, and keep them in a continuous loop of watching your videos like a character in Wall-E that is actually plugged into a machine, Ready Player One, that's just watching videos on repeat on your channel, because then you'd have endless traffic and endless money. This is the business model. Now, if it's business minded, get people watching videos, connect with them, you know, add value first, give, and then ask and give an invitation and say, you know, hey, I hope you got value out of this video. Do you want, you know, check out resources in the description below. Just what is it you want to happen? Some homework would be to draw that out even on paper, or to kind of map that out with some digital software, and then clean up the channel maybe, so that and then consider what videos would attract. If this person over here should call me, that could be a client for me. Sometimes it might not even be about views. It's about getting the amount of views. It's about getting the right views of clients in a particular local area, potential clients that could then reach out and learn from you, see that you know your stuff, see that you know your sports science, and then ultimately fill out a form or get on the phone with you. So hope that adds value. And let's pass the mic to Omar.
All right. All right. Yeah, pumped for this. This is Reese Black, Game Swag Purpose Life. He put when he did the super chat. I appreciate the feedback, if possible, in the niche of entertainment and social entertainment of dating relationships. Only difference is I'm married. I'm a married family man that speaks on what men are thinking. I definitely get that vibe based off of like some of the videos I watched, that you were trying to help men. So I think your niche is helping men be more confident. You know, your niche is helping men date better, and knowing where you're coming from. I don't know your background and authority, but there's so much to like when you are helping and coaching guys in this manner, or even if you're a woman, you know, coach that helps girls and ladies, then I would encourage you to really, you got to look professional. You got to convince me that I need to listen to you. And a lot of that comes with excellence. If you're trying to help somebody, but your stuff looks like it needs help, then it's going to be hard to receive from you. And so, I mean, starting with like just the channel, I know you're you know, it's not all, it seems like it's like not the priority in regards to like certain things, like, you know, empty channel homepage. So I would encourage you to put some videos that you think would help the person. So back to what Sean just said, think about who it is you're trying to help. And then what does their journey look like? Well, their journey looks like they're trying to see how, you know, how they can be more confident and asking girls out, and that they would find this library of videos in regards to that. And then they would watch my content and then maybe take this quiz. That's a free quiz that lets them know about something, and you get their information. And then maybe you can coach them, you know, one-on-one, or help them, or maybe you produce courses later on. But I say all that to say, thinking through what it is. So back to the excellence factor. This is a most recent upload. And so like, this is your set. And like, you know, usually we're talking like strategy on like the thumbnails and the titles and stuff, because that's so important. I would say though, in a niche like yours, your setup kind of has to communicate who it is you're trying to help. And so when I see this setup, I think you're an R&B music recording artist that's in your sound booth. And that might not even be the case. Like, this might be the cleanest shot that you can create. I think there is something about having a setup that's inviting, that makes people at a snapshot tell me why I should listen to you, you know, essentially. And then on another practical side note, starting with your logo on your videos is not the best, you know, way to start. Start with like what people are going to get into. You know, you only have so much time to win somebody's attention. And, you know, just even in 15 seconds here, you haven't delivered any value. And I think there's something about knowing how to create value-based hooks and reeling in the viewer even once they click. So, I mean, I just encourage you to think through your setup, maybe make it a little bit more inviting, and then finding a look on Canva that you want to run with. I get you like black, white, and red, but stuff that there'll be more cohesiveness. So maybe find a coach that you like on YouTube. It doesn't have to be the same kind of coach. Obviously, you don't want to look exactly like somebody, but find somebody's vibe that you like, I can connect with this vibe. There's red here, the type of thumbnails. And then based off of what is performing best, it looks like the thumbnails with your face in them perform best. And so I just want to encourage you with that. And those are some things I would encourage you to work on. Passing it right over then to Sean, you want to give away some books?
Yeah. Hey, y'all. We're in rally mode. We got a couple more channels to go. Smash like if you've been getting value. Shout out to the YouTube crew. Where are you watching from? And we got I think about 4 more channels to review. Channel reviews are closed. Thank you for being here, y'all. But we got a lot more tips to share. Shout out Randall. Thanks for being here. Good to see John over on Facebook and Brandon on Facebook. In fact, on Facebook, we are doing some book giveaways of YouTube secrets. If you haven't read YouTube Secrets yet, it's on Amazon. My friend Benji and I wrote it, and it's the best-selling YouTube strategy book in the world. Grateful. And on Facebook, if you share out the stream, you'll be entered to win. In fact, Brandon Jackson going to send you a copy of YouTube Secrets. Email giveaways@seancannell.com to claim that. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. And then Ashley McDonald shared out the stream and said, any of my friends who are thinking of creating a YouTube channel in 2022, check out this live. Email giveaways@seancannell.com. Congratulations. You want a copy of YouTube Secrets. All right. We are going to keep things moving. We're sipping coffee, we're hustling, we're rocking. And next up is Tony with Victor, the rookie card specialist.
Yes, Victor, rookie card specialist. And I'm really excited about this channel because it's a video. It seems to be a video podcast channel, which is pretty cool because we talk about video podcasts all the time here. And it's Victor, the rookie card specialist. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, Victor, if you're in the chat, but it seems to be a podcast setup. You have episodes at the beginning of every video, and you seem to be sitting down for a lot of them and talking like in a podcast fashion. Now, here's what I would encourage you. My initial just first thoughts. 1, great niche, great positioning of channel. I think this niche has proven to be profitable, has a huge fan base already. You're tapping into that. You're not creating something that doesn't already exist. Here's what I would say though, is that if you are doing a video podcast and you're also doing audio, some of the ways you've titled your episodes might work great on an audio podcast. But for a video podcast on YouTube, we just find viewer behavior is a little bit different. And we know this because on this channel you're watching this on right now, if you're on YouTube right now watching this, this is our podcast YouTube channel. And I would encourage you to look at how we do our podcast. We've had, pretty good success on this channel with getting great views and also just great engagement from people. And the way we tend to do it in our strategy is we title them kind of like a YouTube video, and what the value is of the channel, and of the video really. And so when I would look at some of yours, like, for example, Derek Jeter rookie run with rookie card exercises. And maybe because I'm just not in the niche, I'm not sure if like the basic person understands what that is, right? I would look at potentially titling it, in a way where if you're showing all the different Derek Jeter rookie cards, I think I would title it, Derek Jeter rookie card values and how to know if it's fake, right? You can talk about, the people try to fake it by this, or this is not a real one. And maybe that's the value they're going to get from your podcast episode. Okay. And then the second thing I would say is this. I'm just a huge fan. And I've been saying this entire stream, that if you're doing a podcast and it's longer form content, maybe like some of your 20-minute episodes you're doing, or 17 minutes, or 18 minutes, 20 minutes, what could you like chopped out of that and make it into like a smaller piece of content? Because those smaller pieces of content sometimes will actually get you more views and bring in traffic to your bigger long form podcast. Now we see this all the time on YouTube. I mean, the classic example we always talk about is Joe Rogan, right? Like, I don't know if I've actually watched an entire 3-hour Joe Rogan podcast, but I've seen the clips of like him with Kanye, him with Elon Musk, him with all these people, because they have these interesting, entertaining clips that are cut out. I would think about trying to look at your content the same way, because those clips might actually bring people into your longer form content. Even Chicago Sports Spectacular vlog style, I would go, okay, Chicago Sports Spectacular tour. best deals I found or best deals to find. Again, it kind of gives me a little bit of value of like, oh, I want to see what were some of the good deals there, especially if I'm a super fan of this, of like, you know, sports card collecting and stuff like that. I want to see what some of the best deals are there. And then is it worth it? You could also review the event. And then I think a great way to even monetize your thing is to maybe get in touch with some of those events. Maybe they'll let you come for free and review it. Maybe they'll actually give you an affiliate link to like promote that event before going there. And so those are some of the thoughts I had of your initial channel review. Again, you're in a great niche. And if anything, you're having success. You're at 408 subscribers and you maybe aren't growing at the speed you want to grow, but you're getting more views. You're growing views over, 55% views over the previous month. So I think a lot of it comes down to continuing to be consistent. The things I'm telling you should not cause you to paralyze yourself. Keep doing what you're doing and just make these little tweaks. Try a different title, try a different style of thumbnail, and see if that starts to give you a little bit more of an edge. And just know that podcasts, if you title them the way you're titling them right now, they tend to not get as much traction on YouTube. That's my first reactions. Great channel, great niche, and continue going what you're doing. You have a lot of great stuff ahead. Again, it's a great channel, smart idea. So I'm going to pass over to Heather for our next review. Heather Torres.
Thanks, Tony. Wow, I've just been in the back end chatting with you guys over in the stream. It's in the chat. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing here at Think Media. I have a channel review, and it looks like coming in from Missouri, I saw that EBM Scholars is with us. And can I say congratulations on growing this channel? 86,000 subscribers. And you really asked, you said you want to start doing this full time and use YouTube as your main income. How do I take it to the next level? Really great question. And, I see here, when I looked at your stats, that you're publishing a lot of content at one time. And so I would actually go quality versus quantity for what you're doing. I see you're streaming, you're posting. So you're doing a lot of content at one time. And when I look at what content is really taking off, I saw in the about that you are doing immigration, scholarships, self-publishing books, jobs, internships, weight loss, success. I want to just encourage you again to go back and focus. What do you want to be known for? I know you're helping with a lot of things, but if you want to do this full time, then we have to figure out what are you known for so we can get a buy button for people to purchase. Being a full-time YouTuber isn't just the income off of your views. Becoming a full-time YouTuber is creating a business around your YouTube channel. And that's what you're asking to do. And so I want to encourage you to pick one. Pick one. And really, even with the immigration and the scholarships, you're talking really about the green cards and coming into America, going to school in America, getting married in America, all of those types of things. And when I was clicking around, I'm seeing here like best tripod stand, not your niche, not who you're trying to serve. Marriage-based green card discussion, that's more who you're trying to serve. Because when I go to your most popular videos, it is green card lottery form from 2 years ago, green card lottery form, green card, green card. Are you seeing a trend here of what is happening? And so how can you make this an actual business? I would say that right now doing channel memberships probably isn't going to get you to full-time quickly. It is a way to become full-time, but I don't think that's going to be your best bet. I would be thinking about, what does it look like to work with you? Maybe you have somewhere that you can go deeper. And I see here again, channel memberships, but what are you offering for the person to join that membership? And then when I click on your links, this came up here and I was like, oh, he has a store. So let me click on the store. Store doesn't exist. So I need you to get a buy button on your website, get a buy button on your YouTube channel and figure out what that is. And right now, when you go to thinkmediasale.com, when you go to this here, you're going to get access to the YouTube Made Simple course. It's 80% off right now. And when you do that, you're actually going to get the 7 ways to make money on YouTube. It's a 2-part video that I did that breaks down 7 different ways that you can monetize your YouTube channel. I see that you're doing YouTube views as one of the ways and affiliate marketing. So you've got 2, but I have 5 more that you can go through when you go to thinkmediasale.com and access what we have for you today. So that would be my review for how to get you to full-time. time, and we're going to pass it over to Sean.
Yeah. So, man, what a rally. Got another channel, got some really powerful tips coming up. Smash the like button. We've given away a bunch of YouTube secrets today. Shout out to Facebook, watching live, Think Media podcast channel. If you didn't know, I know some people on Facebook were saying, I didn't know I went to Think Media. I didn't even see that they were live. We actually have two channels. We have a podcast. It's called the Think Media Podcast, and it has a channel dedicated to it where we do this show, the Coffee with Cannell show, as you can see the logo up here. We do Heather's show called the YouTube Made Simple show. And then every Tuesday, we do a brand new podcast that is in video and also on audio. So grab your smartphone. You could open up Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you like to subscribe to podcasts, and go ahead and check out the Think Media Podcast, where we're going to help you reach your YouTube goals. We're on a mission to help 10,000 purpose-driven people create a full-time living doing what they love while making a difference in the world with YouTube. And so that's the point of this channel. It's the point of our social media. It's the point of our free content like you're getting here. But if you want an accelerator, you can also jump into our paid training, which is our Think Media sale. And definitely let's stay connected. And before we get into this last channel review today, channel reviews are closed. We've covered a ton of channels. Look forward to when we could do this in the future, but drop your action item, not just an aha. Like maybe you learned something today, but what are you going to do? Because you see, again, we want you to win, but you can't win if you're just constantly learning information, but it's not leading to implementation. We got to put it into practice. So what are you going to do next? You're going to redo some of your titles. You're going to level up your channel, art, your homepage a little bit. You're going to plan out your next video, maybe shoot a video. When's your next shoot day? Let us know what your next action item is for YouTube growth. Is it to join thinkmediasale.com and to go into a season of learning so you can really put together your game plan for 2022? Let us know in the comments, and the team will be connecting with you there. We've got Carrot Juice Podcast on here, and a couple thoughts. I've learned that this is kind of like a self-proclaimed common sensologist. It's a reaction type of channel on some trending stuff, on some kind of, I saw Drake on here, Kid Cudi on here, saying it's a podcast. So I don't know if you're also putting this out on audio as well, but definitely reacting to news. And I think there's a lot of opportunity there, and you've got a lot of views. I think I like your thumbnails. They're simple, but the first thing that hit me was your cover image. And there's just so much happening. There's a stretch face photo of you. There's the suit photo of you. There's a photo of you holding something. I don't know what you're holding. There's the diamond. I don't know. There's the fresh juice served weekly, which I do intuit that at least I'm probably going to get a video a week. There's the Carrot Juice Podcast, Common Sense with the Twist. Join this community for coverage on popular culture, modern dating, finances, personal development, and much more. Like, if you try and do everything, it ends up becoming almost nothing, is what I'm feeling. It's a lot of noise. There's so many things. And I think that on the one hand, our cover image isn't going to be the thing that makes or breaks what it is, but there's just way too much happening. Like, let's simplify things down. When it comes to YouTube and online marketing and online business, if you confuse, you lose. And if you try and do everything, it ends up almost just becoming noise. And we can't afford to just have noise with how much competition there is. So let me challenge you to try to make a one sentence, I guess it is one sentence, but there's so many commas, a one sentence pitch, a one sentence elevator pitch of what this whole thing is. You don't have to say, and it could actually just be the channel name. You don't have to actually have a description. And what you actually want is the content honestly spoke for itself. As soon as I saw your thumbnails, I was like, this is kind of like pop culture commentary. And if that's not the message you want to send, that's the message I got when I looked at the channel. Additionally, as Omar mentioned earlier, 80% rule for your avatar. You got this great picture in the suit, but there's so much black around the photo. Your tie, it's kind of dark. It could be brighter. It could be more zoomed in, And it also does not tell me the story of what the channel is about. To me, it seems like it's comedy. Maybe it's not actually comedy, but it certainly looks that way because you got old stretchy face right here. So that kind of makes me feel like there's some lightness to it, juxtaposed with super serious lawyer mode, business mode suit. So a lot of what we're talking about here is branding. Like, what is your brand messaging? What is your channel messaging? What message is your cover image sending? Your cover art? What message is your picture sending? And again, you come to these channel reviews for the coaching, right? When it comes to winning online, here's my opinion. Clarity is more important than being clever. Clarity is more important than being cute. Clarity is more important than even being creative. Because if someone goes, wow, it's such a creative cover image. I don't know what it means, but it's very creative. You want to cut through the noise with clarity. And just one thing I noticed on the about page, I mean, it's clever. It says you have like the serving size, like the nutrition facts are that it's going to be 15 minutes to 45 minutes. Servings per container, 32. Like, I don't know what that means. I mean, I kind of get what you're doing, but it's like amount per serving, 0 calories. Okay. Sodium. Why is the sodium 1%? Carbohydrates. So 100% protein, 100% vitamin C, but no calories. Like, I'm actually confused. I'm like, it's carrot juice. Maybe that's carrot juice. You know what I'm saying? And so I get that's kind of branding, but this is what it's doing to at least this viewer. I'm like, okay, so I see it's a play on carrot juice, but carrot juice is this serious guy in the thumbnail, but it's actually kind of like, you see what I'm saying? So if you confuse, you lose. You are experiencing some great views, some great impact. My friends, if you want to hit the next level of growth, though, in carrot juice, you want to hit the next level of growth, dial it in, clarify the branding, clarify the messaging, and cut through the noise by applying some of those tips. All right, finally, as we kind of land the plane here, I think, the last thing I would say is, success leaves clues, make part twos. Clearly, when you cover the right thing at the right time, in this case, an alleged split, a divorce or something, then that was popular. So, what can you learn about these moments? And how can you double down and then apply what Heather had mentioned? I definitely see you've got a model here, maybe by reacting and going live, 34 uploads. Makes sense. 68,000 views. What do you want to happen, Carrot Juice? What is it that you are after here? I don't really know why this has no views. That seems weird to me. Whereas this one had 700. So I could, yeah, I mean, I think there's just some tweaks you could do. And then final thought here is on your homepage. I don't think shorts, they may or may not even need to be part of a short shelf, may not need to even be on your playlist on your homepage because it's not really optimized for desktop. Nevertheless, think about this experience. I come to your homepage, you've got these common sense things, and now we're out here and you're doing workout motivation. So I'm confused more so shorts are not even the best experience. Workout, grocery shopping, TikTok girls. So I don't even know what the shorts are. These were 2 months ago. Then we actually get to your uploads. That could be maybe better positioned as in, what exactly is it? So sometimes we're out here trying to be creative. Is it, pop culture, commentary that just helps? And they do speak for themselves once I see those thumbnails. So I think there's a lot in there to chew on in terms of positioning your branding and evolving your strategy. I really appreciate you submitting your channel for channel review. And Carrot Juice, I'd encourage you, of course, if you haven't heard about our sale, I think you've been here, but one of the things, friends, watching this that I want to encourage you to check out, that's worth, if all you got was this, it would be worth the price of this bundle. That's 80% off. I mean, you're getting almost $2,000 worth of hard cost on this training. Here's your faculty. You're going to learn from Heather, myself, Omar, Tony's on the YouTube strategy workshop as well. So all 4 of us are going to be a part of this. But this first section, just this alone, I think one of the big things we saw here today was that we could level up our clarity. You're going to get our YouTube Clarity Blueprint, which is a multi-page PDF download that is actually going to help you get razor sharp clarity in your YouTube strategy, your YouTube branding, who you're trying to reach. We've learned that clarity is everything. In fact, it's just so foundational, because think about it. If your foundation isn't set right, nothing else is going to be right. The walls are going to be crooked. A house can't stand. Like the foundation of your YouTube channel, clarity in your strategy, clarity in your branding, clarity in your messaging. And you're going to love that Clarity Blueprint. It's a part of the overall bundle. It's 80% off right now for Cyber Week. So definitely check out thinkmediasale.com. And specifically, if you feel like, man, I need clarity in my niche, or I feel like I just need a fresh perspective, and maybe you didn't get your channel reviewed today, but you're looking for clarity, you're looking for the next steps, I want to encourage you to check out thinkmediasale.com. You're going to love that offer. And let us know if you have any questions about that. Well, we have been rallying, friends. We are here. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Tony. Smash like if you got value today. Can we show some love to the Think Media crew? 2 hours, 21 minutes. And we are so grateful for you that you hung out with us on a Saturday, on a holiday weekend. This has all been a part of what we're calling Think Media Tech Week. There's a lot of content on our other channel, Think Media, that can help you with cameras and tech. And we appreciate you so much for just being a part of the stream today. Thank you, Facebook, for being here. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Tutorials Mag. Thank you, Remote Music. Jacita Bonita, thank you so much for your kind words today. Heather, go ahead and shout a few people out as we land the plane.
Yes. I'm over here and I see Miss Finance is here, and we've got Daryl ND, Nora Prince. Who do you have over here, Tony?
I have, get my mic here. I have styled by Lydia Cassia. You missed the tips for fashion channels? Well, go back and watch it on the replay. You got this. And I will also shout out Kristen. Awesome. Thank you. No, thank you for being here. And the last one I will go to and I will talk about is Apologetics Guy, Dr. Mikel Del Rosario. Love it. And thank you for being here. And we're excited to be doing more of these streams in the future.
Omar, shout out a few people as we say goodbye today.
Shout out Nona. You don't love the Think Media team. No, the Think Media team loves you.
Yeah.
I like cruise ships. Thank you for being here. We're so pumped. Thank you all so much from Jessica. Jessica, thank you for being on the stream. Victor, the rookie card specialist. Amazing episode. So glad you would hang out with us today. And shout out to our boy, Ian Fleming, the GOAT of all GOAT thumbnail creators. Look out 2022 Think Media thumbnail channel coaching coming in hot.
Coming in hot. Yeah. Thank you, Spectrum Art Studio. Adam, thanks, y'all. My friends, my name is Sean Cannell. This has been Coffee with Cannell. Make sure you're subscribed. Best place to be is on YouTube, on the Think Media podcast channel, to check out weekly uploads that are going to help you reach your YouTube goals. I can't wait to see you in the next episode, and we will talk soon. Peace.